10 at 10.
A local church group is on the road again, on their way back to Fargo after being stranded for nearly 24 hours in Pennsylvania in what became a deadly snowstorm. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Krista Bain. 16 people have died, mostly in car accidents in this storm, shutting down roads, rail, and air travel. But the wheels are now moving again after 34 teenagers and 6 chaperones from Fargo and Castleton were stuck on a bus in one spot after a series of accidents on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Here's a look outside their bus. The group traveled to Washington, D.C. for the March of Life anti-abortion rally this week. Multiple semis jackknifed, shut the interstate down because of some 18 inches of snow that's fallen in that area. Katina Peterson of Castleton is on one of the buses and says they became stranded around 8 p.m. Eastern time last night. The National Guard stopped by their buses to check on everyone and make sure there is enough water and food there. They passed the long hours with homework, movies, and card games. And the National Guard did allow them to step off the bus this afternoon to get some fresh air while they waited to get moving again.
What they're doing is they're clearing a little bit and then letting those people move up, and then they're clearing the rest of the snow in that area. You know, they keep moving little by little.
The buses are on a new route and are expected back in Fargo around 4 p.m. tomorrow. One person is injured after a rollover off of Veterans Boulevard and Interstate 94 in West Fargo. It happened around 7:30 p.m. Police say the 19-year-old Britt Callander lost control of her car on the curve of the on-ramp to I-94 due to the road conditions. The rear end of her vehicle lost traction, causing it to fishtail. She overcorrected, then drove over an embankment and rolled. She was taken to the hospital for minor injuries. In Grand Forks, police are looking for the owner of a dog who attacked another dog at a park today. Police say the attack happened at the dog park around 4:45 this afternoon. Witnesses say a dog ran towards the dog park from the river area and immediately bit another dog by the neck and would not let go. The owner of the victim dog was injured while trying to separate the animals. He eventually was able to pull them apart, but caused an injury that killed the attacking dog. The owner of the attacking dog arrived on scene, collected his dog, and apologized. He left before officers could talk to him to verify any details. Witnesses say he was driving a 2016 red and white Razor XP. If you've seen it or know any information, call Grand Forks Police Department at 701-787-8000 with any information. A man is in custody after stabbing another in the chest in South Fargo. 22-year-old Titus Kejle of Fargo was arrested on a local warrant in addition to the charge of aggravated assault. Fargo police were called to the 3300 block of 17th Street South, around 12:30 this morning. Police say the two men went outside to smoke and an argument started. Kejle went back inside, grabbed a knife, and stabbed a third man in the chest. He then ran from the scene, but police were able to find him. The stabbing victim was taken to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. A petition is circling the city of Buffalo, North Dakota, where residents are trying to stop a $15 million pig farm from moving in. The mayor of Buffalo says after contacting local representatives and a growing number of complaints, the State Department of Health has granted Buffalo a public hearing in town scheduled for mid-March. Rolling Green Family Farms is looking to bring a 9,000 swine facility in the small town of 200 people. Residents say they have concerns of potential health problems or contamination of water and soil the farm would bring. A group plans to deliver the petition and some 50 to 100 letters against the hog farm on Monday. A Minnesota man is sharing his near-death story with the hope others will protect themselves from a silent killer. Carbon monoxide poisoned Michael Tatro and 3 other fishermen in an ice house on Leech Lake in northern Minnesota last weekend. They never smelled or tasted it. They fell asleep, and one of the fishermen, a 34-year-old man, died. Michael was rushed to a hyperbaric chamber for treatment.
My buddy said when they pulled me out of there, I was drooling and foaming at the mouth. Like I say, I guess I'm lucky to be here.
Michael's doctor says he alone has seen 10 patients with carbon monoxide poisoning in just the last 9 days. In a normal year, their hospital will treat 60 to 75 cases total. And weather fared well for ice fishers in the valley, but safety concerns like carbon monoxide should be kept in mind. Valley News Team's Giovanna Simic met up with ice fishers on Pelican Lake and has our story.
During the winter months, a frozen lake can be the center of many outdoor activities, like ice fishing. But safety is a huge concern, and fishers have had their close calls.
I personally have had a near breaking through the ice experience, yes, towing a fish house out. We didn't get the best information about the ice conditions. We had to quickly unhook the fish house from our vehicle, and we got off the lake.
Accidents most often happen when fishermen go out on the ice when it isn't thick enough.
First thing we do is check the thickness of the ice. We always make sure that it's safe enough to walk on.
And when people aren't driving carefully on the ice, accidents happen. Like this incident last year where a pickup truck caused a lot of damage to their fish house.
It is very scary, and I recommend to people when they're driving on the ice, even if they've got a report of decent ice, unbuckle your seatbelt, have your door, unlocked, doors unlocked, in case you need to exit the vehicle quickly.
In 2015, there were 4 deaths when a vehicle or UTV fell through the ice. The Minnesota DNR reminds people if the ice is 2 inches or less, you need to stay off. 8 to 12 inches, and a car or small pickup can be out on the ice.
The most important, obviously, is ice conditions. Knowing what you got, before you drive on it, even if you're ATVs and snowmobiles, you got to know what kind of ice you have before you head out fishing.
Besides ice safety, you should always make sure you are properly dressed, wearing lots of layers and waterproof boots, so you can stay safe while getting the catch of the day. Giovanna Simic, Valley News Live.
If your ice house or someone falls through the ice, you should call 911 right away and do not run up to the edge, or you could fall in as well.